Welcome back to the channel. Doing some more antenna tests today. We're going to retest the RH771 with a known good or known genuine antenna. I was after the last week's video, I was kind of unsure whether the one I tested was actually genuine or not. Haven't tested it yet, so I don't know. This is going to be as surprising to me as it is to you when we see the results. But before then, we will do a benchmark test with the radio that came with the VR-N76, and use that as a baseline. And also I've created a little bit of a thingy to be able to attach the BNC converter and still use the stock antenna in a sensible way. So first we'll test the stock antenna as attached from the factory, then we'll test with the converter, and then we'll continue to do all the tests with the other antennas. First of all, stock antenna on the VR-N76. Next up, we'll try and put the BNC converter. Let's see if you can see this. The BNC converter back on the radio, because all the other antennas are BNC connected. And also we will use this little converter, which costs about I don't know, $50 from AliExpress, and a small 3D printed part. Stick these together and we can attach the, let's see here, the stock antenna in a semi-sensible way, at least, to the converter, and get a BNC connector on it. So, since the stock antenna performed as well as it did last time, I wanted to try with the stock antenna on a BNC connector. So this is the second test. Stock antenna on a BNC connector.
Bravo 5, Juliet, testing. How much wood? The woodchuck truck? The woodchuck wood.
And seeing as this the RH770, it did so well last time, I wasn't really sure if that was a genuine result. I will try it again and test it this time and see if we get an equally nice result this time. Just, well, to be sure.
Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing with the genuine RH770 telescopic antenna. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing.
Next up, we'll try the RH771 that I thought might have been genuine, but then suspected that might have been a fake anyway. So we will try that again, and we'll compare it to a known good example of the same antenna.
Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing the RH771, which is suspected to be fake, but we're not quite sure. Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Bravo 5, Juliet, testing.
Now we'll compare it to one that we know for sure is genuine, that I got from Christech only this week.
Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing the known genuine RH771. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Lima, Bravo 5, Juliet, testing.
Also, while I was at it, I got another antenna from Christech. This is the RHF40. It's an extremely flexible antenna. Not quite sure what it's good for normally, but at least one good thing about this is that you can bend it and it's going to keep its shape, sort of. So you can, let's say you want to place your HT in the window of your car, you can probably bend the antenna so that it's placed at a reasonable angle. We're going to try this, compare it to the other antennas as well. I'm selecting to do that with the antenna straight.
This is Lima Bravo 5 Juliet testing the RH740. Lima Bravo 5 Juliet testing. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's all I had plans to do today. So I'll meet you back at the bench, and we'll take a look at the results, play back some videos of the received signals, and make some comparison. And also whether or not the known good RH771 is any better than the suspect antenna I tested last week. So I'll see you back in the bench in a short while. Welcome back to the bench. Let's sum up our experiences with today's test. We have the tested antennas lying here, and I've made a summary of all the results that we can look at together. Before we do that, I want to just show you up close the BNC connector thingy that I created. This is probably one of the smallest 3D printed parts I've ever made. Let's see if we can get this into focus. I think we can. Just a small cylinder with the hex pattern to fit the nut on the Chinese converter. So they fit together like this, and the hex pattern grabs the nut, so you can easily screw the two together, and they will hold nicely. And also this 3D printed part will support the antenna if you get some sideways loads on it. So that's the converter that I made for using the BNC converter with the stock antenna on the VR-N76. Having gone through that, let's have a look at the numbers. I'll do a screen overlay so that you don't have to look at a video of a printout. That's probably no fun. As last week, we will use the stock antenna mounted in the original way as a reference, and the peak signal we got with that combination was minus 88.9 dBm. And inserting the converter that I just showed you, that dropped to minus 90.6 dBm. So that's minus 1.7 dBm from the stock antenna. If you convert that into watts and use a reference power level of 5 watts with the stock antenna, then that would be as effective as using the stock antenna with 3.4 watts. So you lose quite a bit with inserting that thing. Whether or not this is representative or not, we will have to try. I'll do some more experiments with that converter. If it actually consumes 1.6 watts, just putting it in there, then I don't think I'm going to be using it much. Moving on, we wanted to retest the original or genuine RH, is it? Isn't? Yeah, it's RH770, because that performed so well last time. It was almost unbelievable. Numbers are a little bit lower this time. It was 10.5 dBs up from the stock antenna on the VR-N76. Last time it was 14.7 dBs up. So still quite significant gain compared to the stock antenna, but not as much as last time. I will continue testing it from different locations, and we'll see if we can arrive on some sort of middle ground for exactly how much gain it has in comparison to the reference antenna. Moving on to the suspect RH771 that did so badly that I didn't really think it was genuine, but yeah, this time we measured it at minus 89 dBm, which is, let's see, that's 0.1 dB below the reference antenna. And last week we measured it at plus 1.2 dB above the reference antenna. And comparing that to the known genuine RH771, that measures in at minus 88.5 dBm in today's test, which is half a dB over the suspect antenna. So I'm actually leaning towards thinking that that antenna is actually genuine. It seems that at least for the stock, compared to the stock antenna on the VR-N76, you don't really gain much by using the RH771 antennas. So that's good to know, because they are more than twice as long and a lot more cumbersome to lug around. So it's good to know. It's not that a bad antenna, it's just that it doesn't give you a whole lot extra compared to the stock antenna on that radio. And lastly, the super flexible Diamond RH770 compared pretty much to one-to-one to the rest of these Diamond antennas. It was minus 88.8 dBm, which is 0.3 dB from the genuine 771 antenna. So basically it performed equally well. That's the summary. As I said, I don't think I'm going to be using these 771 antennas much, because there's really not much to be had over the stock antenna, at least not on the VRN76. But this is good to know, and still the RH770 antenna performing fantastically for such a small upgrade to the radio. It gives you an amazing 10.5 dBs in this test. So that was it for this week. We'll continue doing some more antenna testing. I'm not sure if that's going to be already next week, but if you find this sort of thing interesting, you might be interested in what we're testing next. I don't think I can get all of this into frame, but yeah, it's this one. Whether or not that's genuine or not, I have no idea. I'm just going to try it and report what I find. We also have an Abri 771 antenna. I don't know if that's a genuine Abri or if even Abri is a brand that will get copied, but we'll try it out. I got this with some Baofeng radios. So we'll try it and see if it compares to the other 771 antennas. And also I found these. These are called JNUODA AN773. So I'm guessing it's a knockoff of some Diamond NA773 or a Nagoya maybe 773. It's a telescopic antenna. So what I'm thinking is if this works reasonably well when extended, you can maybe use it just for listening when it's all the way down. So it may be a nice antenna for these situations where you really don't want to walk around and looking like well, I don't know what, with the huge antenna. You can just listen with this folded down, and if you need to transmit, you can quickly extend it and do your thing. So I don't really have high hopes for this. I ordered 3 of them, and speaking about the build quality of these things, all 3 are actually, would you believe it, different. I'll see if I can show you here. They're all different lengths. So the quality assurance, whoever produced this, is not probably not brilliant. But with any luck, they might work reasonably well as an antenna. We'll find out in the next test. Also, as if that wasn't enough, I've gotten some really small stubby antennas. These are of course from AliExpress, so they're knockoffs. I don't have particularly high hopes for them. I don't know if there's a difference except for the color of the metal here, but these are called Diamond RH771s, both of them. I have no illusions that these are genuine diamond part, but they cost maybe $1 a piece. So we'll try them out and see how that works. We have this little thingy, which I'm pretty sure has a spring inside. It doesn't really look like a knockoff in any way. It's called the SF20. We'll try that, and it's got a black brother that is called something else. Let's see if we can find the, that's called the ST20. So that as well. So there will be a completely separate episode on these small stubby antennas, and of course these are not going to be effective at all, but let's find out together how ineffective they actually are. That was a whole lot of talking for a very small amount of antennas, but that's it for today. If you enjoy this sort of content, then I would suggest you subscribe. I'm going to make more of it. If you liked today's video in particular, then please give me a thumbs up. If I did something wrong or there's something you'd like to point out, then please do leave a comment. I'm getting a lot of useful information from the comments below my videos, so please consider leaving a comment. Even just to say you liked the content, that's always appreciated as well. And I think with that, I will just say till next time, thank you so much for watching.